Hello, and welcome to a very big box that doesn't even fit in the whole frame. This is a secondhand unboxing from Capitol Hill Books out in Washington, D.C. Out on Capitol Hill, if you will. First of all, I love the tape on this. This is very sturdy stuff, so, you're not going to get any kind of flimsy... obviously tape doesn't indicate anything, but, good tape usually means good packaging. If you're gonna stiff them, get really cheap tape that's kind of falling apart at the seams, it's probably not going to be a good sign. This one has very strong tape, which is usually a very good sign. And it's only 3 books in a very large box, so that leads me to believe there's a lot of packing material in it. So let's see what Capitol Hill Books has to offer. They have 2 Phantasia books to offer and 1 Charnel House book to offer. So bubble wrapped individually, but lots of paper material holding it up at the seams. Bubble wrap on the bottom. I like it. Lots of paper. It's always awesome when you get a very good packaging job. It reflects really well on your business. First, because it's right here on top, we're going to start off with the Charnel House book. This is The Stress of Her Regard by Tim Powers. So, Charnel House is still publishing books. A lot of Dean Koontz, a lot of Tim Powers. This was actually the very first Charnel House publication, completely bound in denim and a denim slipcase. Let's pop this puppy out. It's unadorned by any text, not even on the spine, but hey, that's fine. Charnel House have done a lot of crazy things over the years. They like to embed stuff in their books. One of the Tim Powers ones had actual tarot cards embedded in the cover. Regulators by Richard Bachman, aka Stephen King, had bullets embedded into it. So we have a denim slipcase, and we have a denim book, hand-washed by Joe, the patron of Charnel House. Oh, this is upside down. There we go. We have, this is a facsimile. That's not his actual signature. It is his signature, but it's not actually signed. They did write denim in there, so that's cool. That is a Tim Powers doodle. Then we have that. I did not pay that amount. They accepted an offer, and I love it. And we've got Joe Stefko, who signed it over there. The Charnel House publisher. Very cool. Is this not signed by Tim Powers? Maybe it's in the back. It is! There we go. So there's Joe Stefko, the Charnel House publisher. It's illustrated by the author. Introduction by Dean Koontz. Afterward by James Blaylock. It's funny, I didn't realize Dean Koontz did the introduction, but I was just mentioning how Charnel House has published a lot of Dean Koontz as well. The Stress of Her Regard was first published by Charnel House. It was also published mass market in 1989, but this was the first publication. So just like all of the best Tim Powers stories, this takes us back a couple centuries. This deals with the Romantics. We're talking not the band. We're talking about Byron, Shelley, John Keats, and it's dealing with how history and these Romantics are influenced by the Nephilim, which are vampiric creatures. Not your traditional vampire, though. Lots of Tim Powers illustrations throughout, which is fantastic. Very, very nice. Very solid novel. Not my favorite by him, because my favorite will always be Anubis Gates, followed by On Stranger Tides. But this is amongst his best. It's just little illustrations throughout by Tim Powers. And then in the back we have... There we go. We have the limitation information. And then finally, we have the signature page on a very, very slim piece of wood. I know pages are technically wood anyways. But yeah, there we go. Number 407, signed by Tim Powers, Dean Koontz, and James Blaylock. I will always be happy to add another signed Tim Powers book to my collection. And I don't have too many from Charnel House, so it's kind of a win-win there. This was relatively cheap. I mean, it was just a little, what I paid was a little bit over the original issue price for a 30-something-year-old book. I will take it. Very, very nice. But anyways, one of the publishers that I have been unboxing the hell out of on this channel as I try to fill out my collection, and this is the reason I actually found Capitol Hill Books, is Phantasia Press. Another small press. But Phantasia Press stopped publishing in '89, which is when Charnel House started. We're going to put Charnel House on the side for now. However, Alex Berman, the man behind Phantasia Press, is back in the business, and he is working on Title 50. They published 49 titles during their 11 years, and he's coming back for Title 50. Up first is Stalking the Nightmare by Harlan Ellison, with beautiful dust jacket by Jane McKenzie, who is Harlan's girlfriend, or was his girlfriend at the time. Oh my God, I can't speak. When Alex Berman from Phantasia Press came back onto the scene, he was telling stories, and he said the story he told for this one is that Harlan would only let him publish this collection if he allowed Mackenzie to do the illustrations, or the cover, I should say. So you'll also see a fun little Mickey Mouse there. Yeah, how about that? This is back in the 80s when the Mouse House was not going as strong as they are today. So thankfully, no lawsuits. But there we go. The book itself features the HE for Harlan Ellison. The slipcase is a little faded because both the book and the slipcase are from the same material, so they usually match. So it's a little faded, but that's fine. So very nice end papers there, nice marbling. This is a collection of short stories, mostly uncollected, previously uncollected by Harlan Ellison. It's got a foreword by Stephen King, but Stephen King did not sign the book, but that's fine. So a lot of different stories throughout. The Day I Died. One of the stories, Jinn No Chaser. There we go, Jinn No Chaser, but that's D-J-I-N-N, like Genie. That kind of Jinn. Was adapted into a Tales from the Dark Side episode. Then, in the back, we have the signature sheet. Number 134, signed by Harlan Ellison. Very faint signature on the paper there. But you know what? Very nice. Got some sagging to the text block, it looks like, but it's not terrible. Stalking the Nightmare is actually how I first encountered Alex Berman as well when he joined Facebook groups. He had found called boxes of older titles, which included Stalking the Nightmare and Medea, which was another Ellison anthology. And he was selling them on Facebook. And I was too late to buy either. It was a shame. I am still on the hunt for Medea. That looks gorgeous. It's signed by a bunch of folks, including James Herbert. And, yeah, I got to add it to my collection one day. The prices that Alex was selling them at were very reasonable, too. But I was too slow. And then finally, from Capitol Hill Books, another Phantasia title. This one is The Magic Labyrinth by Philip Jose Farmer. One of the earliest titles. Let me put this. So this must have been right around the start of when Phantasia went to their regular book size. Because a lot of the early titles were smaller. This one's got nice marbling to the slipcase itself. I should also note that both of the books I purchased came with nice little mylar protection on the dust jacket, which is very nice. Nice marbling to the slipcase. The Magic Labyrinth is the fourth title in Philip Jose Farmer's Riverworld series. And there is the full dust jacket by Alex Schomburg. There we go. I just called him Scumberg, so I apologize, Alex, if you're ever watching this for some reason. If you're still alive. This is from 40-something years ago, so who knows. Anyways, as I said, initials PJF matches the slipcase. This is the fourth title. The first of the Riverworld books published by Phantasia Press. Very trippy lettering there. Very small, smaller text, but that's fine. They also published Gods of Riverworld, which was the fifth and final title. There we go, number 52, signed by Philip Jose Farmer. Magic Labyrinth and Riverworld deals with a bunch of real characters or famous characters, not all of them are real, who awaken to find that the afterlife is this seemingly endless river valley that takes over the whole world. Includes characters like Richard Burton, Alice Liddell, who is the inspiration for Alice in Wonderland, Cyrano de Bergerac, who is fictional, but, you know, a little sag again on the book block. But, I mean, it's a 40-year-old book. That's what you're going to get. But all in all, I think, you know, one, I was wowed by the packaging of Capitol Hill books. Holy crap. Definitely have to buy from them again in the future. And, yeah, beautiful packaging job. Love the Mylar protection. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And it's two more books closer to completing my Phantasia collection, which will never be complete. I shouldn't say that, you know, I'm looking to complete it, because unless I win the lottery, I don't think Firestarter by Stephen King or Neuromancer by William Gibson will ever quite be within reach. But you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with an almost complete collection, because they are some damn fine books from that 11 years of publishing, and I can't wait to see what Alex does next. I don't know that he has either. I know he's sold out of Stalking the Nightmare. He might have some Philip Jose Farmer left, but you can actually buy new copies of old 40-year-old books from Phantasia Press from Alex Berman himself. Link in the description below. I've unboxed a crap ton of these on the channel, so please consider liking and subscribing if you want to watch more. Thank you very much for watching, if you watch this far, or even if you haven't. And we will see you around next time.